Good afternoon, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, viewers across the world. Welcome to today's presentation where we are going to explain the 2023 GCE Mathematics Paper 1. Okay, so please, you need to follow us nicely and understand what we are explaining here. But remember all the topics that you can find in Mathematics Paper 2 and Paper 1, they are there under the Z Material app. We designed the Z Material app with the aim of helping each one of you who have difficulties in mathematics. So please join us as we'll be representing the solutions under the 2023 GCE Mathematics Paper 1. Okay, so let us deal with the first question here. The first question was saying evaluate. Okay, the first question was saying evaluate, number 1. So you are having 3 to the power 2 plus 3 to the power negative 1 multiplied by 2 to the power 0, like that. Okay. So what you have to understand is this question is coming from index notation. And as you'll be explaining solving this question, you have to put in mind the negative 1 which is on top as a power there. Okay. So 3 to the power 2, you get what? 9 plus. Okay. Then you write this in a negative index form, in a positive index form, it is 1 over 3, okay, multiplied by any number to the power 0. When you go to the Z Material app, we said any number to the power 0, the answer is 1. So here we are going to have what? 1. Okay, I'm sure you are following us there. Then from there, we deal with the board mass. Okay, there is what you call board mass here. Okay, brackets of division multiplication. So we start with this. Okay, so this is over 1. So you bring a 9 here plus 1 multiplied by 3. 1 multiplied by 1, it is 1. Over 3 multiplied by 1, it is 3. Okay. Then from there, you say this is over what? 1. You say common denominator here, it is 3. Then you say 1 into 3, it is 3. 3 multiplied by 9, that is 27. Plus 3 into 3, 1. 1 multiplied by 1, you have 1. 27 plus 1, you get what? 28. Okay, over what? 3. Then from there, you say 3 into 28 goes how many times? That is 9 times. Remainder 1 over what? 3. This was your what? Your answer. Okay, we move on to the second question. The second question was saying simplify. Okay, it was saying simplify. 2, open the bracket. You have x plus y close minus 3, open the bracket. You have 4x minus 2 close. All right. So what are we going to do there? Remember, under the Z Material app, we explained to say you need to open the bracket first. So you're going to say 2 multiplied by x, you get 2x. The same 2 multiplied by y, you get positive what? 2y. Then negative 3 multiplied by 4x, you get negative what? 12x. Negative 3 multiplied by negative 2, you get positive what? 6. After that, we explained under the Z Material app to say you group like terms. So you're going to have 2x minus 12x plus 2y, okay, plus 6. Then different signs, we explained under the Z Material app to say you subtract. So here you're going to get negative 10 plus 2y plus 6. This was your what? Your answer under the second what? Question. All right, we move on to question number 3. Question number 3, it was saying factorize completely where you were having 3x squared minus 27. Okay, that was the question when you go to the Z Material app. So here we are going to factorize. And under the Z Material app, we say whenever you hear the word factorize, you will be looking for the what? Common factor. So what is the common factor here? The common factor is the number that can go in both numbers here. So we say 3 is the common factor. Then you open the bracket. 3 into 3, 1. You're going to have x squared minus 3 into 27, that is 9. Close. Okay. Now, because of the square here, when you go to the Z Material app, we explained on the difference of 2 squares. Okay. So the difference of 2 squares here, you're going to say 3, open the bracket. You have x minus 3, open, close, open, x plus what? 3, close. You have your what? Your 2 marks. Total 6 marks here. All right. We move on to question number 4. Question number 4, they are saying you find the gradient of a line which passes through the points negative 3, 1 and 0, 3. Okay. So question number 4, you have the points which is negative 3, 1 and 0, 3. So they are asking you to find the gradient. How do you find the gradient? When you go to the Z Material app under coordinate geometry, we said gradient represented by m is found by y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. When you go to the Z material app, you will find this formula that we are using here. Okay. After that, now you identify which one is your x1 and your y1. So this is x1, this is y1. This is x2, this is what y2. From there, you substitute. We are going to say gradient is equal to, what is your y2? It is 3. Your y1 is 1, so minus 1 over your x2 is 0. Okay, what is your y1? Is negative 3. So negative in the formula multiplied by the negative on the number there, you get positive what is 3. Okay. Then after that, we are going to subtract, different signs of subtract. So we have 2 over, okay. Then here it is 0 plus 3, which is 3. This is our gradient. So that was the gradient they were looking for. All right. We move on to question number 6. Rather, question number 5. So question number 5. Here, they are saying shade, you should shade this one, which is open bracket A union B close bracket intersection C complement. Okay, so here is the Venn diagram, guys. Then you are having A here, B there, and C here. Now, they are saying you shade A union B in brackets, intersection C complement. So what they mean there, because of the complement, you just go where set C is. Okay? When you go to the Z material app, we explained these things. So you go to C. And under C there, this here, please, in English, we don't know how you are calling this. If it is inverted commas or a comma, I don't know. But us in mathematics, we call this as what? A complement. So complement, it means outside. So we are going to complement C. Everything which belongs to set C should be out. Or we should not shade the entire what is section C. So this is set C. Okay? We should not touch set C. Now, we go to A and B. There is union, not intersection. When you go to the Z material app, we explained on this one. So you're going to shade now the A union B, the element that you can find in both A and B. So you shade like this now, guys, right? So you were supposed to shade like this. Okay? Like this. This is how you were supposed to shade. Don't touch C. Done. You have your answer. We move on to question number 6. Question number 6, it is saying the position vector of a point P is Z. So point P is given by 3 and 4. Given that the point Q is, so they are saying Q is -1, 1. Okay. Find PQ. So we find the position vector PQ. Now, when you go to the Z material app, we explained how you can deal with such kind of equation. You are going to draw at it a vector direction. So you need to come up with this. The origin, then you have the P and the Q there. Then the direction of the vector starting from the origin. Okay. Now, they are saying the points which are here, you have 3, 4. The points which are here, you have -1, 1. Okay. So now, how are we going to find PQ? You will say PQ is equal to, you say negative PO plus OQ. Okay. Then from there now, we have PQ is equal to, what is PO? We have positive here. So it will be negative because of the negative here. You're going to have -3 and -4. Both of the numbers will have the negative there. Plus, what is OQ? You have, write them in position column vector, which is -1 and a 1 there. Then from there, you subtract or add where necessary. Remember, negative multiplied by positive multiplied by negative is negative. So you're going to have -3 minus 1, you get -4. Same signs, you add. Okay. Then -4 plus 1, you get -3. Different signs, you subtract. So that was the answer for question number 6, PQ. Okay. Then we move on now to question number 7. They are saying, given that P, you have 4, -1, 0, 2, 0, 3, and Q, you have 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So question number 7, it was saying P, you are having 4, -1 and a 0, 2, 0 and a 3, and Q, you are having 1, 2, 3. Then they are saying find A. You are supposed to find the P transpose. So when you go to the Z material app, we said whenever you want to find the transpose of a matrix, you change the row into the column. Okay, so the row will become into the column. Okay, so we have row 1, row 2, row number 3. So we change the transpose there, which is P. So this one is to become a column. So you are going to have something like this, which is 4, -1, and 0. Okay, then from there we are going to have 2, 0, and a 3. The row will become a column. Then we have our answer in that case. B. They are saying PQ. PQ, meaning we are multiplying. This is now the multiplication of matrices. So we are going to say row by column. Whenever you are multiplying a matrix, it is row by column. So row by column. Okay. So you are going to have 4 multiplied by 1 plus -1 multiplied by 2 plus 0 multiplied by 3. This is 0 here. Okay. Then from there, we go to the second row, which is 2 multiplied by 1 plus. We have 0 multiplied by 2 plus 3 multiplied by 3. Then we have PQ is equal to 4 by 1. We have a 4 plus -2 plus 0. Then down we're going to have 2 plus 0 plus 9. Okay. Then after that we are going to add, we have 4 plus 2. Okay. What we get is 2. So we have 2. 2 plus 0 is 2. Then 11. So we have 2 and 11 there. That is what we are getting, boys and girls. All right. So whenever you are dealing with matrices, please, it is row by column. So 4 multiplied by 1, done plus -1 multiplied by 2, and then 0 multiplied by 3. This is the case. And then from there, you add or subtract where it is necessary there. We move on to question number 8. Okay, we move on to question number 8. They are saying in an arithmetic progression is given than 1, 7, 13. Find the 80th term. So 8a. You're going to say A plus open bracket n minus 1 close D. When you go to the Z material app, these things they are well explained with the aim of letting anyone to understand. Okay. So what is our first term there? It is 1. They are saying the AP is given by 1, 7, and 13. Okay. 1, 7, and 13. So our first term is 1 plus open bracket. They are saying 80th. So 8 minus 1 close. Common difference, it is second term minus first term. So 7 minus 1, we get 6. Okay, so 6 close, rather. Then you have 1 plus open bracket 8 minus 1, that is 7 close, you have a 6. You multiply 7 multiplied by 6, that is 42. Okay, then 42 plus 1, you get what? 43. This was the answer. Then we move to B. Question 8b. They are saying sum of the first 15th terms. So you say Sn is equal to n over 2, open the bracket, 2a plus open bracket, n minus 1 close, then you have d close, like that. So this is paper 1, please. You need to master these formulas. Then you are going to have S15 because they are saying the sum of the 15th term. So you say S15 is equal to 15 over 2, open the bracket, 2 multiplied by a is 1 plus open bracket. Here we put now 15 because they are saying the 15th term. Okay. Then we have 15 minus 1 close. Common difference we have found it is 6. Okay. Then after that we are going to have S15 is equal to 15, open the bracket, 2 multiplied by 1, it is 2 plus open bracket, 14 close, 6, then close. You have 15, open the bracket, 2 plus 6 multiplied by 14, that is 84. So you have 14 and 6. This is 24, 4 carry 2, this is 6, 2, 8, 84. So you're going to have 84, okay? So this is over 2, this is over 2. Then you add 84 plus 2, you get 86. So it will be 15 over 2 multiplied by 86 over 1, okay? Then you say 2 into 2, 1. 2 into 8, that is 4. 2 into 6, that is 3. So you have 43. Then you multiply 15 multiplied by 43. So you have 15 by 43. Remember, you're dealing with a paper 1. So this and that, you get 15, 5 carry 1. Okay. Then this and this is 3 plus 1, 4. Then 4 by 5, that is 20. Write a 0, carry 2. This is 6. 4 by 1 is 4 plus 2 is 6. So you get 645. Okay. So you're going to get the 645 as the sum you were calculating there. Okay. We move on to question number 9. Question number 9. What are we going to do to find question number 9? They are saying in a bag, there are 4 blue marbles, 3 red marbles, and 2 white marbles. What is the probability of picking at random a red marble? So question number 9, A, there are 4 blue, there are 3 red, and 2 white marbles. So what is the probability of picking at random a red marble? So red is here. You just say probability of red is equal to 3 over the total number of marbles. Now you add 4 plus 3, that is 7. 7 plus 2, that is 9. So you have 3 over 9. Then from there you reduce 3 into 3, you have 1 over 3 into 9, that is 3. So the probability is 1 over 3. Done. We go to B. B, they are saying solve the equation. You have 2x squared plus x minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay. So when you have this kind of equation, please, you will deal with the product, factor, and the sum. So you say product, factor, and the sum. So what is the product? The product was 2 multiplied by negative 3, you get negative 6. The sum is 1. The factors, you have negative 3 and negative 2. So 3, negative 2. Okay. When you go to the Z material app, you will find these things well explained. Okay. So from there, we now substitute where we have factors. Factors, we are going to put the factors which are here. Where there is sum, where there is sum, we put the factors. So you have 2x squared, okay, plus x minus, okay, 2x rather, not, so we say minus 2x, then plus 3x minus 3 is equal to 0. After that, we say what is common? It is 2x, open bracket. You have x minus 1 close. Come here. What is common is 3, open bracket. You have x minus 1 close is equal to 0. Then you have 2x plus 3 is equal to 0, or we have x minus 1 is equal to 0. And then from there, we have 2x is equal to 3, negative 3, or x is equal to 1. We divide by 2 here and by 2 there. Then we have x is equal to negative 1, remainder 1 over 2, or x is equal to 1. So these two were the answers, guys. Okay. We move on to question 10. Question 10a, they are saying the universal set. 10a, in the universal set, you are having numbers. So universal set, you are having numbers which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 there. Okay. Then set A, they are saying prime numbers. Set A, prime numbers. So we are going to list the prime numbers that we can find in here. Okay. So the prime numbers that we can get in here, it is 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay. So you need to understand what prime numbers are. When you go to the Z material app, we explained and write the definition to say prime numbers, these are numbers that have 2 factors only. Okay. Then you have set B, which is given by 369, 369. Okay. Now they are saying we list A union B complement. Okay. A union B complement. So A union B complement like this. Okay. Then from there, we are going to list A union B complement, the elements that we can find in A and B. So in other way, you can just do like this. Okay, like this. Then you have A and B. The intersection of A and B, you have a 3. So you write a 3. 3, that's it. And then in B, you have 6 and 9. In A, you have 2, 5, and 7. In the universal set, you have 0, 1, okay? And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is there, 7 is there, 8. Okay, like this. So you have 0, 1, 4, and 8. 0, 1, 4, and 8. Okay, now we list A union B complement, which is just here. A union B, okay, complement is equal to, what are you having? You have 0, 1, 4, 8. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In that case, you have your answer. B, they are saying the following diagram shows a regular hexagonal right pyramid. Okay, then they are saying how many number of plane of symmetry of the pyramid. So the pyramid will have 5 plane of symmetry. So just say 5 plane of symmetry. Okay, it has 5 plane of symmetry. All right, we move on to question number 11. Question number 11A, they are saying towns A and B are on longitude 75 degrees west and 45 degrees east. So there is west and east. Okay. Find the time difference between these two towns. Okay. So you just say, because they are lying in different longitude, you say 75. This is question 11A. 75 plus 45. What do you get? 10, 0. 11 plus 1, 20. So you have 120 degrees. When you go to the Z material app, remember we said 1 hour is given by 15 degrees. Okay. So now, they want different in hours. So you just say 120 degrees divided by 15 degrees. We want to find the difference in hours. Okay. So degree and degree, they will cancel. So you say 15 into 120, that is how many times? We can reduce, say 5 here, okay, 3 here, we can say 5, 3 here, that is 4. So we have 40. 5 here, 1. 5 into 40, that is 8. So the difference in hours is what? 8 hours. That is the difference. Okay, we move on to B. So B, they are saying an aeroplane took. So you were having the Earth sketched like this. Now, they are saying an aeroplane took 4.5 hours to fly from town P to Q. Find its average speed. So how do we find average speed? Speed is given by distance over time. Do we have distance here? No. So we are going to find the distance. So this one lies in the longitude. So we're going to say distance is equal to theta multiplied by 60. So you add 0 plus 45. Okay, you get what? 45. So you say 45 multiplied by 60. So 45 multiplied by 60, what do we get? 45 by 6. This and this, that is 30, carry 3. This and this, that is 24. 24 plus 3, that is 27. So add another 0 because this 0 didn't involve it. So we have distance is equal to 2,700. So you're going to have speed is equal to 2,700 over time. They are saying time is 1 over 2. So what we can do here is we can just say, write this in 2 ways. There are 2 ways that we can write this one. We can write it in point form where we can say 2 into this goes how many times? It's 0. So we can have 4.5. So we say over 4.5. Okay. Then we remove a decimal point here. We multiply by 10, both sides. So we're going to have a 0 and the point will be removed here. So we have 27,000 over what? 45. Then we say speed is equal to 27,000 over 45. The 45 now is coming here because we removed the decimal point here by multiplying by 10 and on top by 10. That's the reason why we removed this 2,700 to 27,000. Okay. Then we are going to say which number can go in these two numbers. We say 9. 9 here, that is 3,000 over 9 here, that is 5. Okay, 5. Then we have 5 here, 1. 5 here, that is 6. Yes, so we have 600 meters per second. That is the speed we were looking for. Okay. We move on to question number 12. So question number 12, they are saying solve the equation where you are having 12a. Solve the equation, you have 5 to the power negative 3x is equal to 125. When you go to the Z material app, this topic is so-called index notation. Okay. Now, we are going to make the bases to be the same here. So how are we going to make the bases to be the same? We say 5 to the power negative 3x is equal to 5. What is the cube root of 125? It is 5 to the power 3. Okay. Cancel 5, cancel 5. We have negative 3x is equal to 3. Divide by negative 3 here and by negative 3 there. Negative 3, we have x is equal to negative 3 into positive 3, we get negative 1. That was the value of x, guys. Okay. We move on to B. They are saying calculate the area of the sector, x or y. Okay, so this was the sector, guys. Okay, like this. They are saying the radius is 18. Then the angle theta is 70 degrees. How are we going to calculate? Take pi. They are saying take pi to be 22 over what? 7. Okay. Now, when you go to Z material app, this topic is so-called what? Mensuration. Under mensuration, we said area of the sector is given by theta over 360 multiplied by pi r squared. So what is our theta there? They are saying 70 over 360 multiplied by pi is 22 over 7 multiplied by radius. They are saying it is 18. So 18 multiplied by 18, guys. Okay. Cancel 0 there. Okay. Then we'll say we can say 7 into 7, 1. 7 into 7, 1. Okay. 2 here, 11. 2 here, 18. Then we are going to have 11. Okay, we can cancel 18 here and 18 there. Then we have 11 multiplied by 18. Okay. So here we can just say 18 multiplied by 11. This is 8181. Then we're going to have 198. Okay. So we have area is equal to 198. We are dealing with the centimeters. Okay, yes. So 198 square centimeters. That was the answer, guys. Done and dusted. You have your 2 marks. All right. We move on to question number 13. Question number 13, they are saying the mass of a big bag of mealie meal is 25.2 kg. Calculate the tolerance. So for us to find the tolerance, when you go to the Z material app, you have 25.2 kg. So there is what we call absolute error, or the margin error for that, which is 0.05. So the margin error of this is 0.085. When you go to the Z material app, you understand these things nicely. So now, to find the tolerance, we need to find the upper limit and the lower limit. After that, we subtract 2 of them. Okay? We find the upper limit and the lower limit. How do we find the upper limit? Under the Z material app, we said you are adding. How do we find the lower limit? Under the Z material app, we said you are subtracting. Okay? So, we are going to add. We get 25.25. When you subtract there, so this is upper limit. We have added. When you are subtracting here, you are going to say 25.2 minus 0.05, which is giving you 25.15. Okay? Because here you're going to have a 0. Get a 1 add there. 10 minus 5 is a 5. 1. 1 minus 0 is a 1. Okay? Now, the tolerance now. Okay? This is question 13. So 13a. The tolerance, you say 25.25 minus 25.15. Then the tolerance now you say 0, 1.0. So it will be 0.10 centimeters. That was the tolerance, guys. The next they are saying the relative error. B. How do we find the relative error? The relative error is given by absolute error over true value. So in this case, the absolute error is now our margin error there, which is absolute error, relative error is equal to absolute error, it's 0.05 over the true value is 25.2. Okay, now we have two decimal places here. Okay, so we have two decimal places on top and two decimal places down. So we are going to multiply by 100 because of two decimal places which are up there. So when we multiply this by 100 and down by 100, we are going to have 5 over 2520. Okay, so it will be 2520, right? Because we just remove one decimal point. So we remove one decimal point, we remove a 0, we write 3 digits and add a 0 there. Okay, then we say 5 into 5, 1 over 5 into 25, that is 5. No remainder. Okay, so we say remainder 0. Then 5 into 20, that is 4. Now we confirm. So 504 multiplied by 5. 5 by 4, that is 20. 5 by 0, 0 plus 2, 2. 25. So 25, 20, 25, 20, which is there. So this was the margin, rather the relative error that they were looking for. We move on to question number 14, guys. So when you go to the Z material app, these things, they are there, well explained with the aim of letting each one of you understand these things. Remember, you need to download the Z material app for you to benefit from it. Why should you go now to the crowded tuition center when you have the tool that you can use, which is the Z material app, which will help you to benefit from it? So majority of your friends, they are already benefiting from the Z material app. How are you going to benefit from it? It is downloading the app. Then at your own free time, you will be able to learn. When the children at home, they are sleeping, we know we have fathers and mothers who want to sit for 2025 GCE examinations. But how are you going to make it when you are being disturbed by your own children? Do not chase your children, but let them enjoy with you. Then at your own free time now, you can just excuse the madam or the husband to say, baby, it's now the time for me to have the lesson with the Z material app under the teacher so-called pattern at basic. All right, we move on to question number 14. Question number 14, you have the bearings. Okay, we call this as bearings. Okay, bearings. So find the bearing of A from C. A from C. This is A. Okay? A from C. A from C. So we need this bearing which is here. Now, how are we going to find this bearing which is here? What we are supposed to do is knowing the angle which is here. And how do we know the angle which is here? Just extend this to make a straight line. Okay, the angle which is here is equal to the angle which is there. This angle is equal to this one, meaning this is 35. Okay, now the entire angle that we are having here, they are saying it is 90. The entire angle here is 90. So you are going to say 90 minus 35. Get a 1 add there, it will give you a 5. You have 8. 8 minus 3, that is 5. So you have 55. This is 55 degrees. This is also what 55 degrees. Now, you are going to say the full revolution add up to 360. So what you're supposed to do there is now saying 360 multiplied by 40, 360 minus 40 minus 55. Or you can add these two, you get what? 95. So you just say 360 minus 95. You get the one you add there, you have a 5 here. You get the one you add here, you have 15. 15 minus this, that is 6. Okay, 6. Then you have 265. So it is 265 degrees. That is the answer you were looking for. Please don't forget to have the Z material app in your phones. These things, we explained them under the Z material app. They are there. You benefit from it. As I said earlier on to say, parents, we know you always have tough challenges on how to make it when you want to deal with GCE examinations. But how are you going to make it now? The Z material sat down and came up with a very good idea on how to help you wherever you are there. How we are going to benefit from it. So what we are supposed to do is just downloading the Z material app, and then from there you will have these things. Okay, so the B, it is A from B, A from B, A from B, A from B. So how are we going to find the bearing which is A from B? Okay, the bearing now that we are looking for is this one. Let me rub what is here so that we see nicely on how we are going to deal with this bearing. Since we are done with the first bearing, now we want to find the second bearing there. Okay, so we are going to do this. You move from the north of B like this. They are saying A from B. So this is the bearing that you are looking for. Okay, now there are two ways. We can find the angle which is down here. And this angle is corresponding to this one up. Okay? The angle which is here is equal to the angle which is here. The angle which is here is equal to the angle which is inside when we make a straight line here. Okay? So, we can say 180 minus 35. Get the one add there. 10 minus 5, you get what? 5. You have a 7. 7 minus 3, you have 4. You have 145. Meaning this is 145. When you go there, you have 145. Okay? Now, 145 here, the full revolution, we know it is 360. So you just say now 360 minus 145. Get a one add there. 10 minus 5, it is 5. Then you have 5. 5 minus 4, it is 1. 3 minus 1, it is 2. So 215 is the bearing that you were supposed to calculate there. Okay, done deal. Question 15. The function, given that fx is equal to 3x minus 2 over 2 and gx is equal to x plus 2, find f inverse of x. Remember when you go to the Z material app, we explained on how you can come up with these things. Okay, now how are you going to come up with these things? You are supposed to locate the functions that you are dealing with. You are supposed to locate the functions that you are dealing with. Okay, so 15. A. So you have fx is equal to 3x minus 5 over 2 and gx is equal to x plus 2. Okay, they are saying we find f inverse of x. So you are dealing with this. You have fx and gx. So between these two, you are going to get the function of f. How are you going to deal with the function of f? You get this function of f, and where there is fx, you put what? Y. So you have y is equal to 3x minus 5 over what? 2. Make x as subject of the formula there. How are we going to make x as subject of the formula? You cross multiply. Okay, 2 multiplied by y, you get what? 2y is equal to 3x minus 5. Okay, 3x minus what? 5. Now, make x as subject of the formula. You're going to have 2y plus 5 is equal to 3x. Divide by 3 here and by 3 there. You're going to have f inverse of x is equal to 2x plus 5 over what? 3. Where there is y there, bring back the x there. Okay, done. You go to B. B, they are saying, this was A. B, they are saying f inverse of 5. So f inverse, meaning where there is this inverse now, in our inverse, this one. Where there is x, we put 5. So we're going to have 2 multiplied by 5 plus 5 over 3. F5 is equal to 10 plus 5 over 3. Then you have F5 is equal to 15 over 3. F5 is equal to 3 into 15, that is what? 5. Okay, that is the value of F5 you guys you are supposed to find. We move on to C. C, they are saying FGX. FGX, okay. So C, FGX. So meaning that two functions, we create two functions as one. So we pick the function of F, which is this one. And where there is X, we put the function of G now. So we are going to have 3 open brackets, X plus 2 close minus 5 over 2. 3 multiplied by X, we have 3X plus 6 minus 5 over 2. Then we have 3X plus 1 over 2. This is the function that they were looking for. Okay, we move on to question number 16. Okay, let me draw the diagram so that you understand what we are explaining here. But remember all these things, when you go to the Z material app, they are there. Well explained with the aim of letting you to understand them. So under second theorem, what you should understand are the theorems there. You have different theorems. So once you understand the theorems, then you will enjoy these things. Okay. Then they are saying find A. You find angle A or B. Then B, they are saying find angle B, C, D. Then C, you have angle O, B, D. Okay. So AOB, how are we going to find AOB? This angle, it is at the center. Remember, when you go to the Z material app, we said the angle which is at the center is twice the angle which is at the circumference. So you just say 40 multiplied by 2, which will give you 80 degrees. Done and dusted. That is your answer. You go to the next, BCD. They are saying BCD. Okay. So how are you going to find this angle here? Okay. So when you check on this one, you have a cyclic quadrilateral. For which is a cyclic quadrilateral add up to 180. So you need to know what is this angle. Okay. Remember they are saying this angle and this angle, they are equal because of this. Okay. So you are going to say 180 minus 40, you get 140. Then 140 divided by 2, because two angles are sharing now the 140, which is 70. So this is 70, this is also 70. So now we need to find this one. Okay, so for you to find this one, you just say 180 minus 70. Cyclic quadrilateral. Angles in a cyclic quadrilateral add up to 180. So you just say, let's say there is x here. So you just say x plus 70, rather here there is x, because here we know there is 70, here there is also 70. So say x plus 70 is equal to 180. Then we group like terms, you're going to have x is equal to 180 minus 70. Then you're going to have x is equal to 110 degrees. So here you're going to have 110 degrees. That is the value of what? BCD. Okay. We move on to OBD. OBD. Okay, they want this angle now, just this one. So how are we going to find this one? Okay, so two rads are equal. When you go to the Z material app, we said two rads are equal. So we have rad BD, which is the radius, and the AO, which is also the what? The radius. So meaning this and this, they are also what? Equal. So what we are going to do is, here we know we have 80. So you say 180 minus 80, you get what? 100. Now, the two angles will share the 100 there. Two angles will share the 100. So you say 100 divided by 2, you get 50. Okay? Now, the 50 that you are getting, remember, it is this one here. Just this one. I'm sure you're able to see. This is 50. This is also what? Just this one. It is also what? 50, this one. Now, you have the angle which is from here all the way to there, which is 70. So for you to find this angle which is just here, you will say 70 minus 50, it will give you what? 20 degrees. That is the what? The angle you guys, you were supposed to do what? To calculate there. Okay. We move on to question number 17. So 17, It is under the graph. The diagram below shows triangles P and Q. Okay, so you have P and Q. So P is here, like this. Then this is P. This is what? Q. So when you have a graph, you understand nicely. So what kind? They are saying describe fully the single transformation which maps triangle P onto triangle Q. Triangle P onto triangle Q. Now, which translation maps those two triangles there? So by checking on the angle which is here and the angle which is here, or the angle which is here and the angle which is there, you will tell to say it is what? Translation. Okay? Translation. Okay. Now, when I check properly here, translation under what? So you have the lines which are like this. You have a line here, 1, 2, and then you have another one here, 3. Okay, and then the x-axis cutting there. Okay, so you can count the lines which are here. When you count there on the boxes, you have 1, 2, 3. So you're going to have 3. When you count down here, again I have the lines like this. Okay, so when I count them, I have 1, 2. Coming to the negative, to the positive, I have 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, up to somewhere here. We don't have a line somewhere here. So 3. Then to the down part, which is the negative, you have 1, okay, 2. Then you have negative 2 because you are going down there. So the vector which is representing the translation is 3 and negative 2. So it is a translation with the column vector which is positive 3, comma, negative 2. Okay. We go to question 17b. 17b, they are saying in the answer space below is an incomplete flowchart for calculating the volume. So you are calculating volume of a cone given the radius r. So radius and height h of the cone. Complete the flowchart. Okay. So they are saying volume is equal to 1/3 pi r squared h. That is the the volume. There is a start. Then you have a parallelogram here like this. Next you have a rectangle here. And then next you have a parallelogram again. And then the last one you have stop. Okay, so what should you put here? You are entering, so you say enter. What are you entering? The one you are calculating should not appear in the enter part. So volume, we can't put it here. We say enter r, comma, h. So enter radius and height. Here you are now calculating. You say volume is equal to 1/3 multiplied by pi multiplied by r multiplied by r multiplied by h. Then here they are saying output V. Output V. Then you have your 2 marks there. We move on to question number 18. So they are saying Z varies inversely. So we'll say Z is equal to K over as the square of X. So X squared, square of X, and direct as Y, like this. Okay. Now we can find, they are saying Z is equal to 6. X is equal to -3 and y is equal to 27. Find the value of k, the constant of variation. So what is z? Is 6. So we have 6. This is 18a. Okay. 6 is equal to k over x. We have what in? X we have -3 squared, which is 9 multiplied by 27. Okay. Then 27, 9, this is 63, 3 carry 6. This is 18 plus 6, 24. Then 24 now, cross multiply. 24, 243 multiplied by 6 again. So this and that, get 18. This and this, 24, 25. Then carry 2, 8. This is 12, 14. So we have 1458. K is equal to 1458. Okay. Next, they are saying value of z when y is equal to -6 and x is equal to -2. So the value of Z now. So to find Z, we'll say Z is equal to, what is our K? K is now 1458 over, what is X? X they are saying is -2. So -2 to the power 2, it will be 4 multiplied by Y is -6. Then we are going to have Z is equal to 1458 over 24. Okay, so -24. Then from there now, you divide. Okay, so we divide. We are going to have Z is equal to -24 into 1458. We get, what do we get? We get 70.65. Okay, so we get 70.65. So we can divide, we get is 60.75. Then the last one, they are saying values of X when Y is equal to 8 and Z is equal to 1. So values, we need to get two answers now here. They are saying values. So we are going to have Z is 1 is equal to 243 over Y is 8, so we're going to have 8x squared. This and that, we're going to have 8x squared is equal to 243 over 8 over 8. Then we have x squared is equal to, from there we are dividing now, 243 in 8 into 243. What do we get? Okay, so we get 30.6. Now the square root of that, I think there is something wrong here, especially to the first. 9 multiplied by 7 is 63. 9 by 2 is 18. 19, 20, 21, 63, 18. Okay, so there is something wrong with the question there, because we don't have a perfect square root for 30 point something there. Yeah, I think there was something wrong here with the question. So here we put a square root and a square root there. Now, do we have the perfect square root for this? We don't have the perfect square root there, because they are saying values, meaning we are supposed to get two answers. Okay, Z is 6. Z is 6 there. X is -3. X is -3. And then Y is 27. Y is 27. Okay. We move on to question number 19. So question number 19, they are saying Paul invested 50,000 kwacha in a government bond at 9% simple interest per annum. How much will the bond be worth after 3 years? Okay, so 19. So how much will be the bond worth? So we're going to find interest. How do we find interest? Interest is given by principal rate time over 100. Then what is the principal? The money that you invest or Paul invested in the bank, which is 50,000 here, multiplied by the rate, they are saying 9, so it is 9%, multiplied by the time is 3 years over 100. Okay, so we can cancel 2 zeros, cancel 2 zeros. Okay, then we can reduce this by saying 5 multiplied by 9, that is 45. So 4,500 multiplied by 3. So 3 multiplied by 0 is 0. 3 by 0 is 0. 3 by 5, that is 15. 5 carry 1. 3 by 4, 12, 13. So we have 13,500 as the what? Interest. Now, they are talking about the bond. So the bond, you are going to add this amount with the principal, the money that we invested, which is 50,000 there. Then when you add, what are you going to get when you add? So you will say 50,000 plus 1, 2, then 5, 1, 3, 0, 0, 5, 3, 6. So it will be 63,500 kwacha was the money that was in the bond there. Okay. Question 20. Question 20, they are saying the diagram below shows a right angle triangle ABC. BC produced to meet D, AC 13, and cos BAC 12 and 13. Okay. So it was like this. cos BAC is equal to 12 over 13. Okay, this is A, 20A. Now, here they are saying 13. So what you should understand now is how do you find the cos? Cos is given by opposite over hypotenuse, rather adjacent over hypotenuse. So what is our adjacent there? Cos. Okay. So cos ABC. So this is, they are saying cos ABC. Okay. So cos is given by cos BAC rather, ABC. Okay. So cos is given by adjacent over hypotenuse. Now they are saying we find tan ACD, this one. So tan is given by opposite over adjacent. So what is our opposite? They are saying tan ACD. So to find ACD, we need to find ACB, this one. Okay? So tan is given by opposite over adjacent. Okay? So now, in this case, what is our BC? So we are going to say 169 minus 144. The square root of 13 is 169. The square root of 12 is 144. Then here you have a 5, here you have a 2, 25. So this is what? 25. Okay. Now, tan is given by opposite over adjacent. So we are going to have opposite, which is 12 over 5. Okay. Now to find tan ACD, so you say tan ACD is equal to be negative 12 over 5. The opposite. And then you have your what? Your answer there. Okay. We move on to question 20B. 20B. So how are we going to find 20B? Okay. 20B, they are saying find the equation of a straight line passing through the point. We have negative 2, 3 and is parallel to the straight line whose equation is 2y minus 3x is equal to 5. So parallel lines will have the same gradient always. When you go to the Z material app, we explained about these things. So we need to make y a subject of the formula here, where we are going to have 2y is equal to 3x plus 5. Then you divide by 2 here, by 2 there, by 2 there. You are going to have y is equal to 3 over 2. The gradient is this one. Okay. Then after that, we can now find the equation of what in a straight line, where is given by y minus y1 is equal to m open bracket x minus x1 close. You are going to have y minus, what is your y1? Is 3, is equal to the gradient is 3 over 2 open bracket x minus, so it will be plus because of the negative, so plus 2 close. 2 multiplied by y, you have 2y minus 6 is equal to 3x plus 2. Okay. Then from there, we group like terms. We have 2y is equal to 3x plus 2 plus 6. You have 2y is equal to 3x plus 8. This is the equation that they were asking you to do to find there. Okay. So that's how you are finding the the answer. So how are we going to deal with this linear programming question, guys? It is very simple to get the 5 marks. Please, we explained nicely these things on how you can get the the good 5 marks. Okay. Now, they are saying, write the 3 inequalities that define the unshaded region R in the diagram below. So now, how are you going to write the inequalities here? Check, this one is cutting the y-axis. You say y, this is the first inequality, okay? You say y, now you want the upper part. So y is greater than or equal to 1. When you go to the Z material app, you understand these lines. We explained nicely there. The second one, they are saying we have this line. So this one, it is coming from the origin. You can just say y, it is a dotted line. You want the down part. So y is less than what? X. The third one, you pick the coordinates, which is here you have 5, 1. So you say 5, 1 and 0, 6. Find the gradient. Gradient is given by y2, which is 6, minus y1, which is minus 1 over x2, which is 0, minus 5. Then you have gradient is equal to 5 over negative 5. Gradient is equal to negative 1. That is your gradient. Now you need to find the equation of a straight line. Okay, so now we find the equation of a straight line, which is given by y minus y1 is equal to m open bracket x minus x1 close. So y, what is our y1? It is negative 1. Is equal to gradient, we have negative 1 open bracket x minus 5 close. Okay, so you have y minus 1 is equal to negative x plus 5. Group like terms, you're going to have y is equal to negative x plus 6. This one will go that side, it will be 5 plus 1. So this is the what? The inequality that you guys, you were supposed to, the equation. It is not the inequality until you put the correct symbol here. So now, you picked this, and the down part is not shaded. You want the down part, not the upper part. This is a solid line. When you go to the Z material app, we explained with few notes about this line and this one. So you need to have the Z material app so that you get the differences between these two lines which are here. So what you are going to write now, you say y is less than or equal to negative x plus what? 6. That is the what? The inequality, guys, you were supposed to have. Remember, the Z material were well designed with all the topics from grade 10 to grade 12. So when you go to the Z material app, these things that we're explaining right now here, they are there under the Z material app. Don't forget to download the Z material app. It will help you to benefit or to pass your exams. Mind you, when you go to the tuition center, which is overcrowded, the teachers will be targeting those who will be responding to the what? To the tuitions. Because it is very difficult when you go in a class of maybe, let's say we have 100 students. Out of 100 students, we cannot be paying attention to maybe 4 people who are giving us difficulties. Better, we say you need a private tuitions. So private tuitions that you can be having now, it is under the Z material app, where you can be just alone, self-learning, rather than to be in a crowded place. Because in a crowded place, it is very difficult for a teacher to concentrate on one person. So please, I advise you to have the Z material app. Then at your own free time, you will be having the privilege to do what? To learn. Okay, so as you be learning there, you will have now the what? The advantages of what? Understanding the things that you can do what? You can find in the exams. So we move on to question number 22. So question 22, it is like this. You have a graph in this way. Okay, so you have A here and B there. Okay, so the equation that you're dealing with is y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 15. So they are saying you find the coordinates of A and B. So how are you going to find the coordinates of A and B? You pick this one and use the product factor and the sum. So you are going to say product, factor, and sum. So what is the product? It's negative 15. What is the sum? It is 2. The factors, two numbers, when you multiply, you get negative 15. When you add, you get 2, which is 5 and 3. So 5 and negative what? 3. Are we there? So we are going now to substitute. Where we have the sum, we put the factors. We are going to have x squared minus, okay, 3x, or we can just say plus 5x, then minus 3x minus 15. Group them into 2. Okay. So what is common? X, open bracket. You have x plus 5. What is common is negative 3. Open. X plus 5 is equal to what is 0. Then you have x minus 3 is equal to 0, or x plus 5 is equal to 0. From there, find x. You say x is equal to 3, or x is equal to negative 5. Then you come back to the graph now. A is on the negative side, B is on the positive side. So you are going to say A, you have the coordinate which is 3, 0, and B, you have the coordinate which is negative 5, 0. Done there. You have your what? Your answers there. We go to the second Roman numeral there. So the second Roman numeral, they are saying we find the minimum, meaning we need to get the negative answer because it is minimum, not maximum. So minimum, we need to get the what? The negative answer. So minimum, we are going to say y is equal to 4ac minus b squared over 4a. Okay. Then under the equation that we are having, which is y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 15. We substitute. What is our a? A, it is the value with a square, so it is 1. 4 multiplied by 1, then multiplied by c, negative 15, minus b, it is positive 2. So minus 2 to the power 2 over 4 multiplied by 1. 4 by 1 is 4. 4 multiplied by negative 15, now that is negative 60 minus 4 over 4. Okay, same signs we add, we get negative 64 over 4. 4 into 6, that is negative 1, remainder 2. 4 into 24, that is 6. So the minimum value is negative 16, which is true. If you come here, you check your graph, it is what? A small shape. Okay. So meaning that you are dealing with a minimum what value of the graph. We move on to the last part, which is question number 23, guys. Okay. So in this question 23, it is a speed time graph. Okay, so find the value of V. B, they are saying average. We find the average speed for the first 12 seconds. Okay, for the first 12 seconds. Then the last one, value of t. C, value of t if the speed at t okay, so let us write the t here, at t is equal to 14. If the speed at t 14 is, okay, if the speed at t is equal to 14, okay, 14 is 4 meter, there is 4 meter per second. Okay, let us deal with the question now, guys. So here, we find the value of v, this v, if the acceleration was 3 meters per second. So what we are supposed to do here is this. We are going to say A, acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity over time taken. So we have our acceleration as 3 is equal to v minus 0 over time, which is 4. So we're going to have over 1, okay? So 1 multiplied by v, we have v is equal to 4 multiplied by 3, that is 12 meter per second. This is the value. The v is 12 meter per second. Then we go to average speed for the first 12 seconds. So we are here now. So first, how are we going to find the average speed? We need to find the distance first. So we are going to say b, distance is equal to half, open the bracket, a plus b close, and then we have h. Distance is equal to half, open bracket, the a is 12 minus 4, that is 8, plus 12, then height is now 12. 2 here, 1. 2 there, that is 6. This and this, that is 20. 20 multiplied by 6, that is 120. So we have 20 multiplied by 6, which will give us 120 meters. This was the distance. Now, they are asking us to find the average speed. So we are going to say speed is equal to distance now over time. So speed is equal to 120 over, what is the time? They are saying at 12 seconds, meaning we are here. So we will say over 12. 12 into 12, 1. 12 into 12, 1. So we have 10 meters per second. That is the average speed. You have your answer there, guys. Okay. we move on to the last one, the value of t. If the speed at t14 is 4 meters per second. So 14, if time it was 14. Okay, so time. So we assume the 14 is here. Now they are saying its speed was 4 meters per second. Its speed was 4 meters per second. So we take the speed is here. Okay, so the speed is this side now. So meaning it was dotted, you dot it like this. Okay, here they are saying it is what? 4 meters per second. Remember here the v now is 12. Okay, so here we assume we have 14 because they are saying time is 14 here. So if time was 14, then this speed was 4 meters per second. So what are we going to do now? They are saying we find the value of t. So how are we going to find the value of t which is here? The t which is there. We can have a triangle now which is this and this. Okay, so the average speed, find the value of t if the speed, okay, so we need to find the distance. Okay, now we are going to say acceleration. We can find acceleration there. We can use acceleration and then we can have, okay, it was dropping, so we can use the distance from here to there because it was a dropping curve now. So we can have acceleration is equal to, so c, we say acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity over time taken. Okay, so acceleration now is acceleration is equal to final velocity. We are going to have the final velocity, okay, minus the initial velocity. So what we are going to do is 12. Here we know we have a 12 now. So meaning this part is a 12. Okay, then it was coming down here. So we'll say 4 minus 12 over. After that, we have the time here. The difference in time here, okay? So the difference in time, what are we going to do? We say 14 minus 2, okay? So the time they are saying here, we have 4 meters per second, okay? So find the value of t. So when we subtract there, what are we getting? Okay, so v 12, 4, 5, okay, 14, 12, that is 2, 2, 8, okay? So we can have acceleration is equal to 14 minus 12. Then we're going to have acceleration is equal to, this is negative 8 over 2. Then cross multiply, we have 2a is equal to negative 8 over what? 2 over what? 2. Then we have acceleration is equal to negative 4 meters per second squared, because it was decelerating there. 4 meters per second squared. Okay, so now, since we have the acceleration there, so it was decelerating from here, going there. This is, why are we using this 12 here? Because it was decelerating. This is from here to there, 12. So the time that we're dealing with is here now. Okay? The time that we're dealing with is here. Okay? Then why did we use this 14 which is here? Because it was curving, they are saying for 14 time, if it was 14, so it was here. So we were finding the acceleration for this part which is here, just this one first. Now, after that, we can now find the value of t by saying acceleration. Okay, so we can now find the value of t. So to find the value of t, we use acceleration. Okay, so just use acceleration. So acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity over what? Time taken. Okay, after that, we are now going to deduce by saying, what is our acceleration? We found our acceleration as negative 4. So we'll say negative 4 is equal to, what is the final velocity? The final velocity will be now 0, this point which it reached. Remember, it is a deceleration now. So we'll say 0 minus the initial velocity. The object started decelerating from a 12. So that was our initial velocity. So we'll say 12 over the time taken was t. We want to find the value of t which is there. Okay. Then from there, we now cross multiply. Negative 4 multiplied by t, we get negative 4t is equal to negative 12. We divide both sides by negative 4 and here by negative what? 4. Negative 4 into negative 4, we get the value of t is equal to negative 4 into negative 12, we get positive what? 3. So time is 3 what? Seconds. So that was the value of time which was here. So please, these things, they're very simple. All what you're supposed to do is having the Z material up. Because under the Z material up, we were not explaining the past papers, but the topics, topic by topic, with topic, a subtopic, and the outcomes, the things that you can expect in the what? In the topic that we were explaining. That is the advantage of the Z material app. It is not just explaining the past paper questions, no, but the topics first. The first thing that you should understand are the topics. Once you understand the topics, then from there, you will be able to handle these questions that you can find under the what? The Examination Council of Zambia, which is the past papers now. Okay, so please, we always emphasize you wherever you are to download the Z Material app. Once you have the Z Material app, you will enjoy these things. All right, thank you for tuning to Z Material app.